Superlatively styled for modern America. That's what we're saying about the thrilling Years Ahead 24th Series Packard. Many of your sales will be based on a powerful desire for ownership, stimulated by the newest style trend in the industry, and climaxed by a convincing demonstration on the road. But when a prospect's on the fence, or has shown a mechanical interest brought about by viewing competition, that's the cue to present the Inside Facts. In the 24th Series, you have the most powerful, most complete story of mechanical superiority ever incorporated in any line of Packard motor cars. Inside facts that put you head and shoulders over competition. Take Packard's completely new chassis, for example. The rugged backbone and solid foundation upon which the prospect's investment is built. The new chassis provides for a lower mounting of the body than ever before, while still maintaining adequate road clearance. The new chassis is stronger and more rigid because of a completely new fabricated X-member, exclusive with Packard. The X-member is built of I-beams, which provide much greater resistance to twisting than the old-fashioned U-beam construction commonly used in other cars. I-beam construction is employed in aircraft, where maximum strength is required with a minimum of weight. It remained for Packard engineers to adopt this vital weight-saving principle to the Packard chassis. Unnecessary dead weight is eliminated. In addition to the stronger X-member, the chassis is reinforced wherever unusual stress occurs. The frame side rails, instead of ending at the front wheels, are brought forward to a front cross member, which serves to strengthen the frame itself and at the same time provides the most solid type of front bumper mounting in the industry. To the prospect, the greater strength of the new frames means greater safety at all times, increased durability and long life, a feeling of greater stability, and of freedom from squeaks and rattles, since the body is mounted on a rigid foundation. The lowness of the new frames means a lower overall center of gravity for increased safety and stability on curves. The elimination of dead weight in the new frames means better performance and better economy. The stability for which all Packard motor cars have been famous has been improved again to a remarkable degree. Packard's new level-bedded, broad-beam suspension introduces a completely new concept of motor car stability. Since stability begins on the road, Packard uses oversized tires with broad road-gripping contact. The tires are carried on wide-base wheel rims, which brace the tire against side roll and sway. A direct-acting anti-sway bar ensures that the car rides level with the road. There are no complicated linkages to develop noise, squeaks, or failure. The direct-acting rear shock absorbers are angle-mounted on a rugged cross-member so that, in addition to cushioning vertical shocks, they act to brace the rear axle against side sway. Perhaps the greatest contribution to even better stability is the new wide-leaf rear springs. The new springs are a full 2.5 inches in width, providing sidewise stability unattainable in narrower conventional springs. To guarantee the finest controlled ride on the road, Packard uses full-length liners between each spring leaf. The spring liners are permanently self-lubricating for quietness and provide a constant, measured amount of friction for a luxury ride that never changes. The infinitely greater stability of the new wide-leaf rear springs is backed up by wider, heavier rear spring shackles. All rear spring shackles are rubber bushing for quietness and never require lubrication. A final step in achieving greater stability is the new outboard body mounts. They are stronger and extend farther out from both sides of the frame to support the body on a wider base. The net result of the new level-bedded, broad-beam suspension stability features is the surest-footed Packard motor car ever to tread a road. This unexcelled road stability provides you with another convincing selling tool. When you explain the stability features, the prospect's curiosity will be aroused. He may even question your statements. When this happens, you know the time has arrived for proof behind the wheel. 10 minutes at the controls of this sparkling new beauty will tell the prospect that you are a master of understatement. For the road stability of these 24th Series cars is a revelation. You can tell about the new Packard Road Ease steering and new front suspension system. New ball joints make steering smoother and minimize the possibility of rattles. The idler arm is mounted in a rubber bushing, which results in easier, better steering control with less lost motion. It is permanently quiet and never requires lubrication. In the new front suspension system, the upper and lower support arms perform the one function of maintaining correct wheel alignment for increased steadiness under all driving conditions. A direct-acting shock absorber is protection mounted inside the big gentle-action coil spring. In addition to being more effective and trouble-free, shock absorber replacement, if ever necessary, is relatively simple and inexpensive. All shock absorbers are of a new improved type, which provide two-way control. Gentle action for boulevards, firmer control for rough roads and high-speed driving. With so many engineering features contributing to stability alone, you begin to see how it's impossible to overstate the capabilities of these great new Packards. But in any demonstration, remember to call attention to the complete absence of noise. The Packard hush-tone soundproofing is the culmination of numerous developments in both body and chassis. You'll discover the body features in another film, so now let's examine the sound conditioning chassis features. Packard engineers have long used the principle of insulating and smothering sound and vibration at its source. Yet, in no other Packard chassis has sound conditioning been applied with such complete effectiveness. To prevent road noise from being transmitted from the rear axle to the body, heavy rubber pads insulate the axle from the rear springs. As you saw before, both ends of the rear springs are mounted in rubber bushing. These aid materially in preventing road noise transmission to the body. Both rear and front shock absorbers are mounted in rubber at the top and bottom, since these also could be potential paths for road noises to reach the body. The roll control bar is rubber mounted both where it attaches to the lower suspension arms and where it is carried in the frame supports, to prevent it from telegraphing road noise. Even the engine has come in for its share of sound control with new equipoised engine mounting. They are scientifically positioned to transmit minimum vibration. The equipoise mountings are larger and more resilient to completely smother power impulses from the engine. The final touch in sound conditioning is the addition of 14 insulating pads, which float the body on the chassis for the ultimate in quietness with solidity. But now let's look at other Packard chassis features which provide the extra measure of quality for complete owner satisfaction. New mufflers have double walls. All walls are zinc-plated, making 6 thicknesses of metal to resist corrosion. Back pressure is reduced for better engine performance. This tailpipe, too, is designed to reduce back pressure and provide maximum engine performance. New drive shafts are shorter and more rigid to eliminate whip and vibration. The gasoline supply line, running from the gasoline tank to the fuel pump, is mounted away from the hot muffler and manifolds as in the past to prevent a major cause of vapor loss. A new mechanical linkage for the safety set parking brake provides for easier, more positive, and safer operation. For the ultimate in safe, sure stopping, the 24th Series chassis are equipped with new soft pedal service brakes. The new, larger hydraulic wheel cylinders make Packard brakes easier acting than ever before. Brake drums are of the centrifuge type, using a steel outer shell for strength and lightness, with a hard cast iron inner surface for long life and maximum heat dissipation. In each brake, pressure is equalized over the surface of both brake shoes for longer lining life and more positive braking. Packard brakes use the servo principle, which harnesses the car's forward motion and puts it to work supplying much of the actual braking pressure. This means that only a gentle touch is required on the brake pedal. The brakes amplify this gentle pressure into the power of a giant, yet always under the driver's perfect control. In addition to the host of new chassis features you've seen, there are literally hundreds of others. An outstanding contribution to durability is the 48-jewel construction of the chassis. Just as the world's finest watches use precious jewels at points of greatest wear, so in the world's finest chassis, 48 precision anti-friction bearings are used at vital points to guard against wear. Most of these outstanding features are the result of Packard's years-ahead engineering, such as the development of Packard's typhoid rear axle. This was used in Packard motor cars for fully 10 years before other manufacturers recognized its distinct advantages. Packard's typhoid axle with the lower drive shaft make possible a lower, safer car body. Packard leadership is proven by the fact that all other passenger cars use the hypoid rear axle today. Another example of Packard quality leadership is the development of Ultramatic Drive, with its superior smoothness, quietness, and the economy of direct drive cruising. The direct drive cruising feature has already been adopted by one other manufacturer, and even as you watch this picture, others may be in the process of announcement. Tomorrow it may be the new I-Beam X member for greater strength with lightness, or the wide-leaf spring for better road stability, or any other of Packard's many new quality chassis features. But in any case, the adoption of Packard developments by other makers is a tribute and undisputable proof of Packard quality leadership. To you, quality leadership means that you're first with the best and finest. To Packard owners, quality leadership means that they can enjoy the many Packard features which contribute to their motoring pleasure not tomorrow, but today. So when a prospect shows an inclination to learn about the new chassis, tell him of the gold mine of Packard quality features, the inside facts. Tell him of the hidden features he may never see, the quality features which provide the plus value in all new Packard chassis for years ahead roadability, performance, and durability today. Thunderbolt is the proud name given to the three new Packard engines which superbly power the 24th Series Packard motor cars.
The very name Thunderbolt suggests a terrific amount of power instantly available at a gentle nudge of the accelerator.
Yet this colossal power is as silky smooth as a cloud in flight, billowing effortlessly through space.
And as for durability and long life, the new Packard Thunderbolt engines are second to none because
they're master-built by master builders who have the know-how to build the finest engines in the world. In fact, Packard has been building the world's finest engines for more than half a century. All types of engines.
Every type, from 1 to 24 cylinders.
Inline and B-type engines.
L-head and overhead valve engines.
Packard-built Liberty engines powered the first air armada this country had ever known. Many of these original engines, now well over 30 years old, are still in service in the air and on the water, a tribute to Packard durability.
Packard designed and built the first diesel aircraft engine in the world.
Packard engines set a new world record on the water,
a record that stood unmatched for years.
Packard-built Rolls-Royce engines powered the world's fastest propeller-driven aircraft in World War II.
And reports continue to come in from proud Packard owners in Calcutta, Amarillo, Bombay, telling of 100,000, 200,000, and 300,000 miles of rugged service.
Yes, this is the proof of Packard engine-building know-how, the proof in actual service. With such a rich and versatile background, you can see why Packard says of the new Thunderbolts, master-built by master builders.
you can see why Packard says,
these are the world's finest engines.
and now here are the basic specifications on the new Packard Thunderbolt. They are known as the 200, the 300, and 400 respectively, according to the cars they power. With the standard transmission, all engines use a compression ratio of 7 to 1 to develop 135 and 150 horsepower. With automatic transmission, higher compression ratios produce 138 horsepower in the 200 engine and 155 horsepower in the larger engines, placing Packard cars again among the most powerful motor cars on the highway.
But now, let's look at the basic engineering features which make these Packard Thunderbolts the finest engines in any motor car.
The cylinder block is a one-piece casting of maximum hardness throughout. This, in combination with other design features, gives Packard owners unusual freedom from engine overhaul. The extra hardness of the block means that cylinder walls are also extra hard to resist wear and provide long life. For this same reason, valve seat inserts are unnecessary. The hard cylinder block material resists the pounding of the valves and provides a long-life precision seat for perfect valve sealing. Since gases under low pressure must flow through the intake valves quickly, they are made larger than the exhaust valve for peak performance. For long life, the exhaust valves are forged from austenitic steel. This special alloy enables the exhaust valves to resist the white heat of burned gases without warping or distorting.
For quietness, maximum performance, and long life, the Packard Thunderbolt engines use the Packard-developed thermostrut piston. The thermostrut piston is made of aluminum. It is light in weight, which provides advantages over heavier pistons without the disadvantages of conventional aluminum pistons. The lightweight thermostrut piston reduces bearing pressure for longer bearing life. Being lighter, acceleration and driving flexibility are substantially increased. To prevent piston slap, which occurs with ordinary aluminum pistons, Packard uses two steel thermostruts in each piston. The struts control expansion and contraction of the piston so that regardless of engine temperature, piston fit is snug. Piston operation is quiet. As a final master touch, Packard thermostrut pistons are tin-plated. The tin plating acts as a bearing surface between the piston and cylinder walls to provide another Packard long-life feature. Still another plus feature is the Packard oil control spring piston ring. An internal spring exerts a uniform pressure around the ring to hold it in close contact with the cylinder wall. Normal flexing of the ring causes the spring to continually clean the oil drain slot to prevent clogging. So efficient is the oil control ring in combination with the two top compression rings that the extra drag and wear of a fourth piston ring is eliminated. This results in greater economy and performance.
But now let's look into the cylinder block from the bottom to see more features which distinguish these great new Packard Thunderbolt engines. The Husky cylinder block is webbed for extra strength. It provides rigid support for the crankshaft, which is the heart of the engine. This extra strength means greater durability and longer life. The heart of every Packard Thunderbolt engine, the crankshaft, is a masterpiece of design. Packard provides extra strength and rigidity here, too, for greater smoothness and longer engine life. Packard crankshafts are distinguished by their large bearings and the overlapping of solid metal between the bearings for much greater strength and operating smoothness. Packard's removable precision-type bearings are another factor in long engine life. All main and connecting rod bearings are steel-backed for strength, with the Babbitt bearing surface bonded to the steel backing. The long life of these bearings has been proven in millions of miles of service.
Now, so far, you've seen the basic engine design features used in all three Packard Thunderbolt engines.
Features which have been refined for more than half a century until they represent the ultimate in the world's finest engine.
Yet, just as a chain is as strong as the weakest link, So is engine performance and durability only as good as its engine's oiling system. That is why all Packard Thunderbolt engines are provided with Packard's 100% high-pressure lubrication system. Oil is supplied at a regulated pressure to all main and connecting rod crankshaft bearings. It is also supplied to all main camshaft bearings and all tappets. Connecting rods are drilled to carry oil under pressure from the crankshaft bearing up to the piston pin, a vital part, which is neglected in many ordinary pressure systems. In addition, a metered jet in the connecting rod sprays the cylinder wall with a generous supply of oil. This is another Packard Plus feature, which keeps wear to a minimum, especially on cold starts. In Packard engines, the amount of oil delivered to a bearing is metered or controlled by the size of the oil passage. Worn bearings are less apt to cause lack of pressure to other parts in the system, with eventual failure of the entire engine. The Packard timing chain is no exception. It, too, receives a measured amount of oil for life. A floating screen intake in the oil pan draws off only the clean top oil for delivery to the pressure-regulated oil pump. Foreign matter settles to the bottom and is not used, another long life feature. Even the crankcase is air-conditioned for long engine life. Filtered air swirls through the crankcase, carrying the vapors of combustion out at the rear. The pressure suction action created by the car's forward motion keeps the crankcase and oil free of the harmful products of combustion.
But now let's look at another phase of engine design which Packard experience has shown to be a vital element in the world's finest engines: adequate cooling. On the new Packard Thunderbolts, both the fan and water pump are mounted much lower on the engine with two important cooling advantages. The lower fan draws air more efficiently through the new lower grill for better cooling when idling or at low speeds. The lower mounting of the water pump means that it will continue to pump water and protect the engine even if the water level falls to the bottom of the safety zone. The water temperature is thermostatically controlled for quick warm-up and efficient operation. During warm-up, the water circulates through the engine only to prevent hot spots. The water is forced from the pump through a distribution tube to achieve uniform cooling throughout the engine at all times. Outlets in the tube direct the water to the exhaust valve seats first to keep them cooled for long life. Packard's full-length water jackets keep the entire engine cooler for longer engine life, greater operating efficiency, and better oil economy. A heat exchanger in the water inlet line keeps the Ultimatic drive fluid cool at all times. The Ultimatic fluid circulates through the exchanger, giving up its heat to the cooling water.
Yes, and all the quality engine features you've seen are included in all three Packard Thunderbolt engines.
And there are others.
The carburetor provides flashing performance with peak economy.
The automatic choke gives fast idling and the correct fuel mixture for cold start.
The ignition system features short, direct high-tension leads for powerful spark at all times.
For easy starts in rainy and humid weather.
Spark is automatically timed according to the load and speed of the engine for maximum performance and economy.
An octane adjustment gets the best out of any gasoline.
New hydraulic vibration dampeners smother the mighty power impulses of these Packard Thunderbolts.
Packard's angle-set valves and exclusive jet dome combustion chambers permit compression ratios of up to 7.8 to 1 for highest performance and efficiency.
All of these basic quality features are embodied in even the 200 engine that powers the lowest-priced car of the line.
In addition to its greater horsepower, the 300 engine is equipped with an oil bath air cleaner and a long-life oil filter for greater protection against wear.
Self-adjusting hydraulic valve tappets provide zero valve clearance for permanently quiet valve operation with maximum engine performance.
The 400 engine, too, features the oil bath air cleaner and long-life oil filter for greater durability.
Hydraulic valve tappets for quiet, powerful operation.
And in addition, the 400 engine boasts a 9 main-bearing crankshaft which delivers the ultimate in long engine life and powerful vibration-free performance.
Now you've seen the inside facts of the terrific new Packard Thunderbolts.
The many details responsible for their performance, durability, and economy.
Remember, when you talk engines, that these have been over half a century in the making, in the designing, in the building.
These Packard Thunderbolts include every worthwhile development known, not only to Packard, but to the industry.
They include the know-how of the master builder, the know-how to build
the finest engines in the world.